Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. Today we're diving into something I'm truly passionate about, creating spaces that feel both beautiful and lived in. We all know a well-designed room can completely change how we feel. It's more than just pretty furniture. It's about making your house feel like a home. So I've put together 5 essential interior planning rules that I always keep in mind. These are simple but powerful tips that can make a world of difference. Whether you're tackling a complete renovation or just want to refresh a room, these guidelines will set you up for success. Let's get started. Before we dive into color palettes and throw pillows, let's take a step back and think about the heart of the matter: functionality. How do you actually live in this space? Is it a family room buzzing with activity or a peaceful reading nook? Consider who uses the room and what they need. For example, if it's a family room, maybe you need durable fabrics and plenty of storage for games and toys. If it's a home office, a clear workspace and good lighting are key. Once you know how the room will be used, you can arrange furniture to support those activities. Think about the flow of traffic and create clear pathways. There's nothing more frustrating than a room where you're constantly bumping into furniture. Make sure there's enough space to move around comfortably. And don't forget about the little things, like convenient placement of outlets and light switches. These small details can make a big difference in your day-to-day life. Remember, functionality isn't about sacrificing style. It's about creating a space that works as beautifully as it looks. Now, let's talk about creating visual harmony in your space. Achieving a sense of balance and proportion is essential for a room to feel comfortable and inviting. It's not just about placing furniture randomly. It's about thoughtful arrangement and consideration of each element in the room. Balance is all about distributing the visual weight of furniture and decor evenly throughout the room. This means that no single area should feel too heavy or too light compared to the rest. It's about creating a sense of equilibrium that makes the space feel cohesive and well thought out. Think of it like a seesaw. You want to avoid having one side feel too heavy or too light. Just as a seesaw needs equal weight on both sides to function properly, your room needs a balanced distribution of visual elements to feel right. You can achieve balance by considering the size and scale of your furniture. Larger pieces should be balanced with other substantial items or groupings of smaller pieces to create a harmonious look. A large sectional sofa, for instance, might need to be balanced by a taller bookcase or a grouping of artwork on the opposite wall. This helps to distribute the visual weight and keeps one side of the room from feeling too heavy. Proportion is another key element of balance. It's about ensuring that the size of your furniture is appropriate for the size of the room. This means that each piece should feel like it belongs in the space, neither too large nor too small. It's about ensuring that the size of your furniture is appropriate for the size of the room. A massive dining table in a tiny eat-in kitchen will feel cramped, while a petite armchair might get lost in a spacious living room. The goal is to find a balance that makes the room feel comfortable and functional. A massive dining table in a tiny eat-in kitchen will feel cramped, while a petite armchair might get lost in a spacious living room. The goal is to find a balance that makes the room feel comfortable and functional. This means paying attention to the scale of each piece and how it interacts with the space around it. When selecting furniture, consider the scale of the room and aim for pieces that feel proportional to the space. This doesn't mean everything has to match perfectly, but rather that each piece should complement the others and contribute to the overall harmony of the room. Don't be afraid to mix and match different sizes and shapes to create visual interest. An eclectic mix can add character and personality to a room, as long as the overall balance is maintained. This can be achieved by ensuring that the visual weight of each piece is considered and that the room feels cohesive. And remember, sometimes the best way to achieve balance is to edit. This means taking a step back and assessing the room as a whole. If something feels off, it might be time to remove or rearrange certain pieces to create a more balanced look. If a piece feels too big or too small, it might be time to find it a new home or swap it out for something that fits the space better. This process of editing and refining is crucial for achieving a balanced and harmonious interior design. By paying attention to balance and proportion, you can create a space that feels both beautiful and functional. Chapter 3. Consistent color palette. Choosing a color palette is one of my favorite parts of the design process. It's where creativity truly comes to life, and you can start to see the vision for the space take shape. Color has the power to transform a room and evoke certain feelings. It can make a space feel warm and inviting, cool and refreshing, or even bold and dramatic. Before you even pick up a paintbrush, think about the mood you want to create. Consider how you want to feel when you enter the room and how you want others to feel as well. Do you envision a calm and serene space or a vibrant and energetic one? The colors you choose will play a significant role in achieving that desired atmosphere. Once you have a mood in mind, you can start selecting your colors. Look at paint swatches, fabric samples, and other materials to see how they work together. I recommend sticking to a few key colors and using them consistently throughout the space. This helps to create a unified look that is pleasing to the eye. This creates a sense of cohesion and visual flow. When the colors in a room are harmonious, it feels more put together and intentional. A great rule of thumb is the 60-30-10 rule. This guideline helps you balance your colors effectively. Start with a dominant color for 60% of the room, like your walls. This will be the main color that sets the tone for the space. Then, choose a secondary color for 30%, such as your upholstery or a large rug. This color should complement the dominant color and add interest. Finally, add pops of an accent color in the remaining 10%, like throw pillows or artwork. These small touches can make a big impact and tie the whole room together. This creates a balanced and visually appealing palette. When the colors are well coordinated, the room feels more inviting and comfortable. Don't be afraid to incorporate different shades and tones of your chosen colors to add depth and dimension. This can make the room feel more dynamic and interesting. And remember, you can always add personality and interest with textiles, artwork, and accessories. These elements can reflect your personal style and make the space truly your own. The final touches are what bring everything together. Whether it's a unique piece of art, a cozy throw blanket, or a statement piece of furniture, these details make a big difference. Ultimately, a consistent color palette not only enhances the aesthetic appeal of your home, but also creates a harmonious environment where you and your loved ones can thrive. So take your time, experiment with different combinations, and have fun with the process. The right color palette can transform your home into a beautiful and inviting sanctuary. Happy designing, and may your home be filled with colors that bring joy and comfort to your life. Chapter 4. Lighting Layering. Lighting is often overlooked, but it's one of the most important elements of interior design. It can transform a space from dull and flat to vibrant and dynamic. The right lighting can make a room feel larger, cozier, or more inviting depending on how it's used. It sets the mood, highlights architectural features, and makes a space feel warm and inviting. Imagine walking into a room with soft, warm lighting that highlights the textures and colors of the decor. It instantly makes you feel at home. The key to successful lighting is layering. Layering involves using different types of lighting to create depth and interest in a room. It's not just about having one light source. It's about combining multiple sources to achieve the perfect balance. Think about incorporating multiple sources of light to create a well-lit and dynamic atmosphere. This means using a mix of ambient, task, and accent lighting to cover all your bases. Start with ambient lighting, which provides overall illumination for the room. This is your base layer of light, the foundation upon which you build the rest of your lighting scheme. This could be a ceiling fixture, recessed lighting, or even a statement chandelier. Ambient lighting ensures that the room is evenly lit and functional. Next, add task lighting to specific areas where you need focused light, such as a reading nook, a kitchen island, or a home office desk. Task lighting is essential for activities that require more concentrated light, like reading, cooking, or working. Table lamps, floor lamps, and pendant lights are all great options for task lighting. They provide the necessary illumination for specific tasks, while also adding to the overall aesthetic of the room. Finally, don't forget about accent lighting. Accent lighting is used to highlight specific features in a room, such as artwork, architectural details, or decorative objects. This type of lighting is all about highlighting artwork, architectural details, or creating a warm glow in a dark corner. It adds depth and dimension, making the space feel more dynamic and interesting. Picture lights, sconces, and uplighting can all add drama and dimension to your space. These lighting options can create focal points and draw attention to the most beautiful parts of your room. And don't underestimate the power of natural light. Natural light can make a room feel fresh and airy, and it's the most flattering light source available. Maximize natural light by using sheer curtains or blinds, and consider incorporating mirrors and reflective surfaces to bounce light around the room. Mirrors can double the amount of light in a space, making it feel brighter and more open. By thoughtfully layering your lighting, you can create a space that is not only functional, but also beautiful and inviting. Chapter 5. Personal touches and style. You've made it to the best part, infusing your personality into the space. This is where your home truly comes alive. Don't be afraid to showcase your unique style and interests. Bring in pieces that tell your story and spark joy. Maybe it's a collection of vintage books, family photos displayed on a gallery wall, or treasured souvenirs from your travels. These personal touches are what make a house a home. Don't be afraid to mix and match different styles and eras. A curated blend of old and new, modern and traditional, can create a space that feels both personal and inviting. Think about incorporating textiles with different textures and patterns, adding pops of color with artwork and accessories, and layering in vintage or antique pieces to add character. Most importantly, trust your instincts and have fun with it. Your home should be a reflection of you, so let your personality shine through. Outrow, create a home you love. Well, there you have it. 5 essential interior planning rules to guide you on your design journey. Remember, creating a beautiful and functional space is all about finding the perfect balance between practicality and personality. Don't be afraid to experiment, trust your gut, and most importantly, have fun with the process. Your home should be a reflection of you, a place where you can relax, recharge, and create memories with the people you love. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more design inspiration. Until next time, happy decorating!